Amy Adams from Il Giallo, Osteria and Bar, and today I'm going to make a tortelli made with beet greens out of my own garden. Okay, from this point I've got my sheets ready. I'm going to cut them into squares to make the ravioli out of. Actually, in this case, they're called tortelli. That's the shape that we're going to make today. It's got a little bit of a technique to it, so I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. We're going to trim these up a little bit. I'm going to make some large squares. You don't have to be super precise with your square. That's not a pretty one. But I'm going to make this guy a little hair thinner. Okay, so now if you're not super fast with your getting your sheets rolled out, you want to work fairly quickly so that they don't get too dried out. But if they get a little dry, I have a little water here, and as you'll see what I'll do, I'll dip my finger in the water as I'm getting ready to close the dough. The beet juice from the leaves have bled out into the ricotta to give it a very vibrant red color. And they are very tasty. Picked out of the ground yesterday. And there's nothing like a fresh beet right out of the ground. Fresh anything right out of the ground is pretty special. Okay, so we're going to take a spoonful, put right on top of each square. And I'm making these kind of large for being able to see sake and how to do them. When I lived over there, they were, when it came Christmas time, they would make the famous tortellini in broth. And those are these tiny little circles of pasta. And there's 5 or 6 ladies around the big board. And they've got their filling. And they're taking these little tiny circles and they're putting the filling down so fast and twirling around their little fingers so fast you couldn't even, it took me months and months and months to figure out how they ever did that. But it's quite a special skill they have. That's why I'm doing this a little bit bigger so you can see the objective I'm going for here. So we're going to go corner to corner, make a triangle-ish kind of arrangement, press it down real good on the edges, and then we're going to roll it over one more time and press it again. And there is a tortelli. So we'll do that for all of these. Corner to corner. Not necessarily a perfect, doesn't have to be a perfect triangle. Roll it over again and press down. As I've said, is the sauteed beet greens, very fresh, and some good it's actually local ricotta cheese and a little Grana Padano cheese, which is a corollary to the Parmigiano Reggiano. Grana Padano comes from a larger area, whereas the Parmigiano Reggiano is from a very defined small area between the two cities of Parma and Reggio, and they have a very powerful consortium that protects their name. Whereas the cheese that's made in a very similar manner in a much larger circle is a very high quality cheese as well. Very much less expensive. Voila. Tortelli with ricotta and beet greens.